Hello, I am so glad to have you all here and so excited to be talking to you about 3 ways to prepare for a natural birth. And you guys, I hear this all the time, okay? And maybe you've said this, no shame, because I have totally said this as well. It's a phrase I hear more often on all of the pregnancy Facebook groups I'm in person, and this is just a phrase that really has got to go. Okay, so it's, I'm going to go for natural birth, but we'll see what happens. Now, when this is coming from a first-time mom, I just want to take her by the shoulders, look her in the eyes, and be like, you are so strong and you can do this. But with the culture that is surrounding birth and just our lack of exposure to birth, she really needs to prepare. So I want to give you 3 practical ways that you can prepare for a natural birth. So number 1, just stop saying, we'll see what happens. So you have to change your language. I know that you're probably saying this just because you are afraid that if you say you want a natural birth and you're confident in it, that if it doesn't happen and you end up getting medication, that you're going to feel disappointed or like you failed or anything like that. But I just want to remind you that, like, if your plans change, that does not make you a failure. It's okay. It really is okay to plan for something, to hope for something, to expect something, and for it not to happen. But your mind is so powerful, and the words we speak are so powerful. So I have seen this so many times in moms. Those who say, like, we'll see what happens, or, I don't want to get an epidural, but we'll see what happens. They always get the medication. And those who have cut out that phrase altogether, and just stick with, I'm going to have a natural birth, they get a natural birth most of the time. So if you want a natural birth, claim it, rewire your brain to do the things that you need to do to prepare. So the second one is know your options. So remember, no matter what happens, you are not a failure. The women who are satisfied in their birth are satisfied because they knew all of their options, and they were the ones who were making the decisions and calling the shots. So you know your baby, you know your body better than anyone else. So you should be the one making the ultimate decisions. Now, it's not fall on your partner, your midwife, your doula, your doctor. Like, these decisions and knowing all these decisions, that's your responsibility. So find a provider who has actually seen a natural birth, okay? It blows my mind at how many OBGYNs go their whole schooling and most of their career with only seeing about a handful of natural, truly natural births. Even a lot of midwives in the hospitals are surprised when their patients have a natural birth, because it just doesn't happen very often. Now, finding someone who's confident in physiological birth in that process, that is the key of finding a supportive provider. So if you're not sure if your provider is supportive or good fit for natural birth, I have a download of 15 questions to ask your provider to just make sure that you're on the same page. It's really important to find that provider who's going to support you no matter what, give you the evidence, give you all of your decisions, and help you and guide you along in your decision making. So speaking of that, learn decision making skills. Remember, you are the one making the decision. So that means you need to know what these decisions are. And I know that can feel so overwhelming and not worth the stress. But it's really not worth the stress of being pulled along in your birth and just feeling out of control. That's much, much worse. So you can learn about your options by going through a detailed birth plan, and you can also talk through different options with your doula, your midwife, and your doctor. So your doula, she's going to refer you to resources and help guide you along in that decision making, and just making sure that your decisions that you're making during your pregnancy and your birth match the expectations that you have for your pregnancy and your birth. Okay, last one, normalize birth. And so you can do this a few different ways. Number one, take a good birth class. I'm talking a good one. And a good one is going to take you through the normal birth process and all of your options that you have, and empowering you to be the one making that decision. It also gives you techniques to go through during your labor, to take just each contraction as it comes. And I really want to encourage you to take a private birth class. There's so many amazing doulas here locally and that have private birth classes. And if that's not what you want to do, if you would rather go online and do it at your own pace, like I have an online class that you can look into. There's so many options, but get in a good class that is going to really give you all your options and just normalize the whole process for you. Okay, you can also watch natural birth videos, and remember, it's all about changing your mindset around birth. So when you're exposed to natural birth, you are going to start realizing that you are capable. You're totally capable. You're so strong. And it's just a normal process that we were created to go through, and it's normal. So the more you expose yourself to birth, the more your mind is going to start changing and realizing that. You can talk to other women who have had natural births. Now, this one can be hit or miss. Some women have had a natural labor and have totally loved it and experienced true bliss during their birth. Other women have had kind of a traumatic experience and still got a natural labor. So you really have to make sure that you are talking to the people who are going to build you up, encourage you, and for those who are going to share stories with you that just are negative, it's okay to take it in, but then walk away and just delete that story in your mind. You can literally take that story, picture that story in your mind, and just cancel it out. And just say delete, and then go watch a natural birth video or go say some affirmations. It's all about replacing and rewiring your brain. And then the last one, read books. It's all about replacing, again, what our culture says about birth and replacing it with truth. So if you want a natural birth, then read books that support a natural birth. So you can find a list of my very, very top favorite books by going to www.birthblissbeyond.com/AllieFavorites. I really hope this helps. If you want a natural birth, I have no doubt that you can. Just prepare yourself, find a supportive provider, get in a supportive environment. And if you are looking for a community of women to help you along in this journey, of like-minded women, come over, join us at the Empowered Mamas Birth Tribe. This group is active and it's growing. It's so fun to see the engagement in there. We've had 14 new people in the past 2 days, so it's so exciting to grow your tribe. But get in on the ground floor, because that's when you're going to feel the most heard and you're going to be seen, and it's really exciting. So there's something new in that group every day. Go to facebook.com/groups/empowered mamas birth tribe and request to join, and I'll get you in. So thank you again for joining me. You guys are awesome. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments below. Shoot me a message. I always love getting these questions and helping guide you on your journey. So have a really great day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.